Hello guys, welcome back to another week of absolute guff on two wheels. I am Yax, aka Blob on a Bike, and here I'm in Bude. It is Tuesday morning and we've got glorious sunshine, but it is meant to be raining right now according to my radar. Anyway, I need to get down to the post office, hoping to do a bit of an extended one today so I can improve on my great weight loss last week. So better get down this hill, shouldn't I? So we've been blessed with some nice dry weather for the last couple of 3 weeks here in Bude, but it has been raining the last few days, so it is getting a bit sloppy again, which is not so easy going, but it's great for burning calories. Anyway, I'm hoping to go along the Wellsborough Trail today, not going on the coastal path, and head back up the town via the canal, get to the post office, and maybe eat some lunch outside again today, al fresco. But first I need to get to the post office, so let's get it done. So looks like that band of rain that's just gone through is actually a little bit ahead of schedule, because it's meant to clear up just before lunchtime I guess, but we're quite a bit before that. What's the time? 11:15, so I'm pleased that it looks like it's going to miss me. There is more cloud. Don't really want to get wet because it is freezing cold wind today, but best way to avoid that is to get on with it. So I'm just heading towards the Wellsborough Trail, and you can actually hire an electric bike. Quite fancy that, I might do it one day. But for today I'm on my trusty old battered Bronson. I still love the old girl. Right, let's get over there. This is fairly pleasant if you like fishing. So this Wellsborough Trail is basically a path. It's like an all-weather path basically, that goes from the main road out of Bude A39 to Widmouth Bay. So lots of holiday makers stay around the A39, and it gives them safe passage to their beach destination for the day. Think of it like the Silk Road, not the website, for tourists in Bude. Also makes for a fairly pleasant bicycle ride. Any long-term viewers might remember from about a year ago, I was chatting when I was riding on this little track here, chatting to a guy with an old Morris Minor who does dry stone walling, like old traditional walls. This is a whopping great long wall. He's just finished it and it looks great. I love going back to the old school things like that rather than just putting up an easy new one. Good work, my man. Oh, this hill does go on a bit though. Nearly at the top. And once I get there, I've got a little bit of downhill and then some more downhill interspersed with more uphill sections, so it's not very flowy, it has to be said. But when I come along here, I always see some little offshoots, and I always just ride straight past the entrance and I can't be bothered to go back. But today I'm looking out for it, because there might be a cool, nice route that's a bit more exciting. First I need to get to that bit. It is lovely scenery, and the sea sounds quite wild. At the moment it's just over that hill. Okay, so I need to normally go down this bit. I'm going to start going down that bit, then it sort of branches off a little bit. Don't know if you can see that just there. So I'm going to head up there. Unfortunately I don't have a mount for my bike or helmet or anything like that, so you will be in my pocket. I'll have to tell you about it. Absolutely rubbish. Well, this bit is pleasant in here. I've got to say that other bit is dull as dishwater, but not a waste of time, because I am burning calories, and that's the whole point of this. So stop moaning about it and enjoy these lovely flowers and stuff. I realise I do sound like I'm getting old saying things like that. I think I'll be a keen gardener when I'm older. Oh. And here we are back at the fishing lake. Right, stop messing about. Post office. Little bit of a house update. We went to see that bungalow on last Thursday, I think it was. Really nice plot and stuff, but it wasn't for us, the house itself. Saturday went and looked at an old cottage, and yeah, it's just a little bit too old really, so not for us. Hoping for something a bit newer this time, but not brand new like estate sort of style, if that makes sense. Just newer than 300 years old. I have to keep looking. Summerlees Beach in all its glory. I'm going to head just around the coastline to Crooklets Beach today, I think, because I've never had my lunch there. So today is that day. It's good to see the lifeguards back. Lots of schools doing sort of activity weeks and stuff in Bude at the moment. There's a big facility for that kind of thing, where schools come down for a week and do all sorts of stuff around here. But tide's coming in. I reckon there'll be some good waves in the harbour later. So I've decided against Crooklets for my lunch today. I'm now at the top on, don't even know where it is, Summerlees down, I suppose. Anyway, still overlooking Summerlees Beach. I found this bench right at the top that no one's using, so this is where I lunch today. Well, this is lovely. It's a little bit fresh, mind, but anyway, my lunch is done and dusted, so I am going to leave this lovely beauty spot and go and do some work. I really fancy a round of golf. There's a big course here, right in town. Right, that is a pictogram of Bude completed. I'm now heading back to my unit. Got work to do. Boring but essential. Holy! Well, I've done a few miles there. Let's go and find out how many. Last little bit. Well, that concludes today's bicycle ride. We managed 12.3 miles, which is a fair old distance, but it felt like it was really slow, probably because I stopped having my lunch. But yeah, pleased about that. The reason I've done so much today is because there's a ton of crappy weather coming tomorrow, mainly in the form of rain, I believe. But anyway, it may not be possible for me to get on my bike tomorrow, just due to workload. I've got some projects I need to get finished, so I'll make the most of it when it's raining to do so. So possibly no bicycle ride tomorrow, but that does leave Thursday, so I'll see you then. Yeah, it's Thursday, bicycle ride time. So yeah, anyway, it is Thursday and it has been a light week of bicycling, unfortunately, just due to a lack of time more than anything, and a bit of pony weather thrown in for good measure. But today it is dry. I haven't really got time for this, I'm being completely honest with you, because I had to go and look at a house this morning and it's really eating into my day. But the weight is not going to fall off itself, is it? So I've got to put the effort in. So a really quick scoot down the post office today, because I really don't want this to be like a one bike ride week. I can't remember if I went out last Friday after my rant. Honestly, I can't remember. Everything's just a jumble at the moment. But here I am on my single speed today, which feels weird after riding my full suspension for ages. But yeah, looking forward to this. It is quite nice, bit warm, very breezy, but the wind's cold, if that makes sense. Let's get on with it and work up a sweat. More activity week. The sun is trying to have a go, but this cloud is taking over. Boo! Did I mention it was windy? Right, that is today's ride done, and unfortunately Strava has managed to measure 0.02 miles of it, which is not very helpful, but I know it was about 6.45 miles or thereabouts. Anyway, that is it done for today. It is weigh-in day tomorrow. My plan is to get here when I normally do on a Friday morning and do my weigh-in straight away, but there's every chance that a house might come on the market today and we need to go and see it tomorrow morning, so we'll have to wait and see. But either way, there will be a weigh-in tomorrow. It just might not be when I expect. Yeah, have to see how that goes. Anyway, that is it. I'll shut up. Bye. Hello guys, well that marks the end of another week of absolute guff on two wheels there. Unfortunately, there's not been a whole heap of cycling this week. Just been busy, work, house hunting, that kind of thing. It all eats into your time, which is a bit of annoying, but I reckon I've probably had 2 or 3 decent bike rides out of it, so we'll have to wait and see what happens weight wise. Last week it was 114.7 kilos, which was a bumper week. I lost nearly 6 pounds last week, so I am under no illusions that is not sustainable. Certainly not expecting that this week. And in actual fact, where it was such a bumper week this week, I'm expecting it actually to have gone up a bit this week. I think that might have been a bit of an anomaly, that reading, but it was what it was. Is that a saying? I don't know. Anyway, so I've been eating pretty good this week, so let's try and adjust that a little bit. Yeah, I've been eating, you know, fairly good this week. No baddies really. So let's just get on with it and see if I can beat 114.7. 114.7 to beat. Let's see how we get on. Well, I've got to say, I'm pretty damn pleased about that. 114.3 is this week's weight, which does equate to a loss of 400 grams, which doesn't sound a lot, but that is basically a pound, which is a bag of sugar, which is a good amount of weight to get rid of, I guess. Yeah, definitely pleased with that, particularly after a banger last week. So what's coming up this week? More house hunting this weekend. Now Vicky's been clear of COVID, I think, for 4 weeks. She's ready to get back out on her bicycle again. So all being well, and if everyone is well, then we shall get out somewhere, probably in Oakhampton, for a bicycle ride to ease back into it. So it'd be nice to have weekend bike rides back again. Anyway, I would love to know in the comments how you got on this week. I always reply to your comments, so do leave a comment below. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. It will not cost you 1p. And it will make me feel great. And also give us a thumbs up while you're at it. Anyway, that is it. I'm going to shut up now and hopefully get out on my bicycle later on today. Have a great weekend.